thought I'd show you guys here really quick. These are the watermelon, little tiny seedlings that have been in the ground for over 2 months, and this is as far as they have gotten. Anyway, there's a couple things that I kind of wanted to update you guys on. I haven't done a video to update you on the little lady hen that we had setting on some eggs that belonged to my late rooster. Well, he fertilized them. Well, we thought he fertilized them. I don't know what happened, but it appears that he either wasn't covering the hens prior to his death, or there was a problem with his ability to produce. I don't know exactly what happened, but not a single one hatched. That poor little girl sat there for 21 days, actually 23 days. We had her set on them a couple days longer just to make sure that they weren't going to hatch. Not a single one of them did, and not a single one of them, whoa, almost dropped you guys. Not a single one of them was viable. So thankfully, we had already hatched out a cockerel. He's now a rooster, and of Rooster Cogburn, the one that passed away. And look at him sitting up here all so sweet with his girls. He has been covering in this pen here. And we will go ahead and get him in the breeding pens with select hens. We're going for, the breed standard. Currently right now, he's just in there to be in there with the girls. And I didn't have room for him in a breeding pen till now. So we will put him in with the larger ladies. And anyway, so that was update number 1 on the fact that none of those eggs hatched, unfortunately. Update number 2, if you recall, the video that I did on the bad soil, the garden soil that we got. I mean, that's the only thing that I can come up with that was the problem. And I know this, and you'll understand why I know this to be true, that something was wrong with the soil when I show you what's happened. So, that is McClintock. Oh, actually, sorry, that's Hondo. Hondo right there. That over here is McClintock. McClintock. And there's RC. So RC's dad was Rooster Cogburn. I absolutely adored him. So I didn't want to... They're as bad as kids when you're on the phone. I didn't want to stray too far from that name. He was an amazing rooster. I've got really good roosters, although we did dispatch and butcher Big Jake yesterday. He was a Coronation Sussex. I've never had a mean rooster in all of my time raising chickens, but this guy, he just had a chip on his shoulder, and he tried to attack me every single time I would go into his pen, whether it be to feed him or otherwise. He just was a jerk. So, anyway, so update. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna switch here really quick and show you what we're still dealing with after over 2 months of these watermelon seeds in the ground, in the garden soil. Okay, so let me reiterate really quick. Here, let's walk over here so I can show you. So let's reiterate this. So in January, I began making compost because, well, first let me take you over here and show you this. So the need for making my own soil because it was going to cost an arm and a leg if I didn't, because this is what our acre lot looks like. It is pyroclastic flow from a caldera that erupted many moons ago. And so there's not good soil conditions here or even good ground conditions here. It's just solid rock and DG basically. So I'm showing you here at the compost. This is the hot compost bin. And if you're following my channel, you will see updates that I do on my composting. So basically all this is grass from the landscaper that comes out and landscapes our neighbors' yards and mows their lawns and such. Well, as you can see, we have no grass here except for what's in these bins. So it is a combination of weeds, the grass, straw, chicken poop, chicken feathers, kitchen compost that the worms and the chickens won't eat, such as, well, actually the worms love coffee grounds and filters and such, but I like to throw that kind of stuff into the hot compost bin. So anything that the chickens can't have, the worms can't have, go in here. That gets turned weekly, and we receive new fresh grass every Tuesday. Once it's been in here for a week, it gets turned and receives another batch. Then it goes over to this side, and then this will get flipped probably another time, and then it'll go out to the back to receive elderberries. Currently it is still hot composting. Let me turn you around so you can see this. It is still currently hot composting at about 118 degrees, it looks like. So it'll maintain composting and heating up for a while. Once it starts to cool down, that is when we take it out back. And we could actually still take it out back while it's still composting, because as you can see, this top layer still needs to compost, but by the time we get it out back, it'll be flipped over where it can continue to compost down. That being said, again, I started hot composting and composting with the chickens. I'm going to take you to see that happening right now because they're still trying to do work for me. Right there. So the boys and girls come out, they get turns. I'll put half of them out the first half of the day. I'll lock them back up and put the other ones out to roam around and aerate and scratch. See how she's scratching and pecking that pile? There she goes. So she's aerating that pile for me because one of the biggest things with composting is oxygen. It needs oxygen so that it doesn't go aerobic. I said aerobic and what I meant was anaerobic, although the composting can still happen whether it is anaerobic or aerobic. But the introduction to oxygen is beneficial for the aerobic microbes that are in the soil. So anyway, I ran out of horse manure for the big composting that I do inside the chicken pen. And it was getting close to the time of having to go ahead and plant everything this spring. And I ran out. So we had to purchase some bags of soil. And some bags worked great. They were like an organic garden compost soil. And then the other ones were just labeled garden bed soil. And that was after we ran out of the organic ones. And, you know, everybody was doing gardening this year, so it made things a little difficult in what our choices were, which is great. I think it's amazing that so many people are going back to what needs to be done, and that's provide for yourself. So anyway, now I'm going to take you over and show you, you know, I love watermelon. It is one of my all-time favorite. I could literally eat it every single day. And so it was important that we actually were able to have watermelon and harvest the watermelon this year. So I literally took my hand like a big old claw to the 1 inch, the little 1 inch, 1.5 inch watermelon seedlings, dug down into that no-dig row where they weren't growing for 2+ months. And I clawed it down, pulled it out, and I transplanted it back over. If you remember, if you're following me and you remember the no-dig rows that I did with my compost, my homemade compost, it has grown amazingly for us. So we had already harvested the Napa cabbage. We actually grew the Napa cabbage for the chickens and the rabbits. Well, I actually grew it for us too, but I didn't have any of the netting stuff to prevent all of the bugs that absolutely love cabbage. So it wasn't going to be edible for us. It would have been a pain in the butt for us to try to clean all of the bugs off of it. So I figured bugs, protein, great. We're going to give it to the chickens. So I did that, which released an area to grow the, attempt to grow the watermelon seedlings. So I'm gonna turn you guys around and show you exactly what has happened. It's only been maybe 2 to 2.5 weeks ago that we moved them, and maybe 3 weeks max. So get this. So let me back up really quick and tell you though that the very first plant you're gonna see when I turn this around was what we thought, it's either a cantaloupe or I thought they were cantaloupe, or a type of cucumber. And again, it did the same thing as the watermelon, and it was not growing. So watermelon and cucumber or cantaloupe, we're not sure. I'm pretty sure it's a variety of cucumber, like maybe like an English cucumber variety. Anyway, so here we go. That's the first thing you're gonna see. That? From that tiny little 1.5, not any taller than a 1.5 inch seedling that was not doing well in that purchased garden soil, to this. Look, it's taking over the second bed and it's heading towards our potato bed and our strawberry bed. And right after it is the watermelon. Can you believe that? Look at that. And if you can believe this, I have watermelons growing. All it needed was a massive nutrients. I believe there's another watermelon right over on this other side. Let me go see. I thought I saw one. Yep. Right there. And there will be lots more. But unbelievable, right? So I don't know what was in it. I don't know. Oh, there's another one right there. Can you see it right through the leaves there? Here, let me take you in there. Right there. I'm telling you, gardening makes me so happy. Okay, there is one that I just planted over here just recently. We'll see if it will also take off. We'll see. No promises, but at least we're giving it a go. And I'm super thrilled with these. So anyway, there is your garden update for Krusin the Sierra farm. And if there are any videos that you guys are interested in listening to me talk about, or if you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the comments below. and I can try to put together a video for whatever interests you, if I can help in any way. And if I don't know the information, we can sure get it from somebody that does know the information. So anyway, I appreciate you guys coming along for the ride. And if you aren't already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. It would really help the channel out. And you know, if you find any videos helpful and you want to share it with a friend, we'd greatly appreciate that too. And hit that like button. And if you want to be notified of any further videos, then you need to click on that little bell and it'll notify you next time we upload a video. And that's about it. I hope you guys have a great, what is it? Today's Monday, so have a fantastic Monday.